How you doing? As you see the title of this clip, how to know how you are doing in your relationship, or evaluating how you are doing in your relationship. Okay. Often, I notice that when we are in a relationship, we tend to forget that we are building a profile for ourselves. Did you hear that? We are building a profile for ourselves. We are developing a legacy in the sense of an image that will be portrayed about our time within the relationship. Do you understand that? So we get caught up in the moment of the relationship, things that go on, personal struggles that we have personally, the partner in the relationship, or the situation that arise from the other partner that we are dealing with, that create a reaction from us that we are not very conscious about, or we are not mindful that our reaction to the situation of the other partner or our own problems, how we are handling them, the reaction we are having, that is building a history or is going down in the history of our life. Often we neglect that. We are just too caught up in the moment to realize it. Have you ever heard of people when they get older or after some years, either they are divorced or still married to the old person, to the person they were for many years? Have you ever heard them say that, I mistreated him, I mistreated her, or I have caused some damage to this man or to this woman, and they kind of wish they can do better what they know now, but at the time when they were doing it, they were not conscious of it. The goal of this clip is to awaken you so you don't wake up one day and act like you had some amnesia or you had some schizophrenia, where when you were in the moment, you were not able to perform according to the right rationality. Did you hear that? So the goal of this clip, so you don't wake up one day regretting what you could have done or not conscious of what you are doing right now that is affecting your partner or that is creating more problem in the relationship, but you seem not to be aware of it. The goal of this clip is to awaken you to it. So how to know how you are doing in the relationship? Okay, the way to know is the way you are treating your partner right now, or you have treated your partner, you have been treating your partner, or even you have treated your partner, you're no longer together. The way you have treated them, if they have treated you that way, if the roles were reversed, will you be okay with it? Will you be objectively okay with it? Did you hear what I just said? Let me say it again. I said what you are doing right now, or what you are not doing, how you talk to the other partner, or how you don't talk to the other partner, why you refuse to do, why you neglect to do, why you overreacted about, all your behavior together within the relationship, why you gave the person, why you didn't give the person, why you were mean about, why you were too loosened about. When you put all of it together, and let's say you take on the role of that partner, in other words, you switch it around, or is the partner treating you the way you treating him or her? Will you be objectively okay with it? I'm putting emphasis on objectively. Objectively in the sense that you can subjectively, you can emotionally, you can selfishly just say, yeah, I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with that. Are you gonna be okay, or will you be okay if how you treat your partner in general, I'm talking about everything now, what they lack and you refuse to provide, what weakness they have and you expose, what weakness they have and you capitalize on it to just throw it back in their face every minute, what you could have done but you didn't do, when you see the resume of your life, let's be technical here. The sexual life, what you could have done to improve your sexual life that you didn't do, when you could have given the sex but you didn't give, or whatever, how you should manage money, the way you spend money, some expenses you have done and all that, or you were for this or for that and all that. If the roles are reversed, if how you treat your partner is your partner treating you that way, how will you feel? Are you going to be objectively okay with that? I'm putting emphasis on objectively. Most people will not be objectively okay with that. Do you know statistics show that most people cannot marry themselves? You say, oh, what does that mean? How can somebody marry themselves? Not literally, but meaning the behavior you display. You know, our generation is full of a lot of selfishness. You know, our parents and their parents' relationship, they last longer because, and sometimes your mom or your grandma might tell you a story about your father or your grandpa will tell you a story about your mother. You'll be like, what? And you still with her, and you still with him, and you still stay together. Things they have done to that person talking to you, that you'll be like, what? Because you won't have been able to take it, but they took it because they understood something about relationship. That is, you have to learn not to be selfish all the time. You can't have your way all the time. There need to be compromises sometimes. Like I was saying, our generation, we are very selfish in a way that in a relationship, the other partner bears the burden of our craziness. The other partner bears the burdens of our insufficiencies that we often are unwilling to change. Oh, I feel like I'm preaching, although I'm not preaching a sermon. I'm a preacher. So sometimes when I get in front of a camera or I grab a microphone, the anointing that is part of my personality begin to stand up and I begin to act like I'm preaching. This is not preaching. It's for everybody. So the way you treat the other partner, if that partner were the one treating you that way, will you be happy with it? Again, like I'm saying, things that you were weak about, things that the other partner was weak about, how you handle the weakness, how you handle the downfall. If they handle your downfall, your weakness like that, will you be happy with it? Because we seem to take advantage of the vulnerable, the needy, the incapable, the hopeless. We seem, in our generation, we seem to take advantage of that. When maybe because the person didn't have money, there are things, or you make more money than the person, or the person lost their job at one time, there are things that you could have done to that person that you call your partner that you didn't do because you're like, well, I can do that. Why is it not working or whatever? The way you handle the situation, if it was reversed, you will not be able to take it. You will be crying if you realize that the way you treat that partner were the one treating you that way. So picture yourself in the shoes of the person, how demanding you are, how you won't even let them have an opinion, how you seem to want to control everything. In a discussion, it seems like a monologue. In a discussion, it seems like to be a one-way street. All your personality, how it had to be your way, or there will not be peace in the house. Like they say, how it had to be your way or the highway. If the way you behave, the other partner is the one behaving like that towards you, are you going to objectively be okay with it? Like I said, most people cannot marry themselves because they say, oh, no, I can't deal with me. You hear some people say, no, I cannot deal with me. I can't want somebody that is like me because I'm crazy enough. But then do you analyze, have you ever analyzed to see how the other person feels dealing with you? Like I said, the goal of this clip is to bring you into the moment so you don't get lost and the moment pass and you are there refusing. Women do that often. Sorry to say, not to genderize, but women do that often where They seem to be in a different world in the moment. They don't stay in that moment. They still seem to be in a different world. And when the moment passed, then they wish they were in the world that just passed and cannot come back again. So how will you feel if your partner treats you the way they treat you? How you could have done something to make their life a little easier in whatever way, sexually or financially or verbally, or how you handle different things you just refuse to do that became a burden for the other person, things that you exaggerate about. Let's say your partner is wrong, and the way you handle it, you exaggerate it. You embarrass them with your friends, how you talk to them, or you just make your partner feel so horrible as if that partner had to beg you to stay in the relationship or had to beg you to survive because of the problem they had. If you were the one who have that problem, who have that issue, and this partner treat you that way, will you be objectively okay with it? This is a little strong philosophically and psychologically. It's a little strong. I understand that. But if you can fathom that and begin to analyze your behavior now, being aware that what you are doing, you are creating a story. You are developing a book that is being written about you. That if the book is finished and then they throw the book in your face, and you're going to be like, oh no, don't show that. Don't show that to people. Don't show that to me. No. Oh no. I was devilish. Do you know some people will literally say they were devilish when they look back at their life? Or do you want to wait until something happens to that partner? And then at the funeral, you are there, you want to preach the perfect sermon to talk about how you wish you can love them more, you wish you could have done this more and understood them more, or whatever. You want to be that person? So you are a passayist. A passayist is somebody living in the past. The person never live in the present. They live in the present, not being conscious of it. And when the present pass, they begin to regret having lived in that present that became past, and they just dwell on that. Especially women are so good in that. Oh, I remember this when we were here. Again, this is not for women. I'm just saying because they are setting the way they are. Some stuff are more men are concerned about it more. But I'm just talking especially about living in the moment. Women seem to live in the past. You know, a woman will be with a man now, married to that man, but will be thinking as if she's living with the old boyfriend that she didn't get married to, or the ex-husband that she left. All the time she will be murderizing, here I use that word, murderizing this man as if he's supposed to be that man or he's supposed to behave like that man, but somehow that man is gone out of their life. And the man is no longer there. Somehow they didn't do good in that relationship either. But they are in this relationship, missing that relationship, trying to picture if that man was here, what would have been not doing. Whereas the real moment is in front of them and they're not living in it. And then when this relationship mess up, the next one, they will still be thinking about this one. Don't live in the past. So again, the goal of this video is to just awaken you to the reality that if the way all you are, let's say you have good things and bad things, how you use your good thing to benefit the other partner, how your bad thing or your weakness, you made up for it in another way. Did you hear what I just said? We're not perfect, right? I have a weakness. And then I know that this weakness, my partner will not like it very much, will not deal with it very well. So how do I find something else to increase my opportunity in for that partner not to take my weakness seriously? Did you hear that? I have a weakness that my partner may not like. For example, I don't like to clean. I'm just giving an example. I like to clean, by the way. I like to clean. No, I'm not like a picky cleaner, but I clean where at least I like things to be clean. So I'm just giving you an example here. I don't like to clean. And naturally, no partner will like that. No partner will say, oh, I like it that she doesn't clean or he doesn't clean. Both ways, male or female. Nobody like that. The person has to pick up after you, have to be the one cleaning all the time. It's not easy. So since I have that weakness, do I find something else that I'll be doing so that partner don't see my weakness bothering them so much? In other words, since I don't like to clean, how about I buy the groceries? How about I cook? I cook more than I have to, in such a way that when my partner is the only one cleaning, because I don't like cleaning, or the partner is the one doing most of the cleaning, I do little of it, what else can I do more so that partner don't have to focus on that so much? Since the partner is doing the more cleaning, what else can I find and do to cover for that partner so the partner don't feel so bad doing all the cleaning or most of the cleaning? Do you understand that? Let's say your partner don't like to cook. You don't like to clean. While the partner is cleaning, let's say 80% or 90%, can you also be doing the cooking 90%? So the person will be like, okay, she doesn't like to clean and I'm cleaning 90%. Or he or she, it doesn't matter here, the man or the woman, anybody can do whatever. So let me go do the cooking that he doesn't like so much or she doesn't like so much. So while she's cleaning a whole lot more than she wanted to, I'm cooking a whole lot more than I wanted to. And at the end, everything is balanced. At the end, everything is balanced. I'm not saying necessarily have to be 50-50, but can you live in the 45-55, 45-55, maximum 60-40, maximum 60-40, meaning you doing so if you cannot come out with half, be near it in such a way that the gap is not so much that the person will be like, whoa, what the word. Some people never thought of that. They just live the way they want to live. And when the person gets tired of you one day and want to leave, or the person doesn't admire you, you're surprised. You never even do a recapitulation about yourself to see why you behave. I have some leaders. I'm not gonna say when, what time or whatever in my life. I had some different leaders, and I analyzed them then, especially in recent years when I did some studies that add to my intellectual baggage, intellectual knowledge on leadership. Well, I just look at them and I say, really, can that leader, either a man or a woman, be able to look at us in the face tomorrow on the street, like the way you go to the store, you go somewhere, 5 years later, after you are no longer under their leadership, 5 years after they retire or you left the place or whatever, and you meet the person, can that leader look at you in the face because they feel good about how they have handled you or treated you, the advantages you should have had, and even when you mess up, the way the person punished you, was he exaggerated and all that? Can the person be able to look at you in the face? We all do that, where sometimes you walk with somebody or you've been under somebody or somebody was under you and the person is no longer under you, and you meet the person in the store or you see them somewhere and you're trying to avoid them. Or when you see them, why you didn't realize before, at the moment the event was happening, now you feel bad and say, oh Lord, this person, I kind of mistreat them though. They might not like me. They might even punch me here. You know, the kind of way I treated them, that was pretty bad. Or you're embarrassed to meet them with their family. Because, you see, there's a conscience, that paint the picture when we want to lie in the moment. There is a conscience that registers the thing, and immediately we see the person, something jump at us. My goal in life is to live in such a way that nobody will say I have taken advantage of them. That's my goal in life. Nobody. If there's a problem, how I handle the problem, the person cannot objectively, now I'm not talking about emotionally and subjectively, objectively say I exaggerate in the punishment I gave them, if punishment needs to be given. You understand, right? When you are, for example, working together, or there are some situation, you have to handle things the way you have to handle it. When the person messes up, how do I handle it? Do I use that mess up or that mess to just unleash a big level of anger I have towards them before that is not commensurate of the degree of the offense or the mess. Ooh, I need to stop because this is getting too philosophical and social and psychological. But you understand what I mean, right? So again, I'm telling you, I'm saying that try to live in the moment consciously, analyzing things. You do, okay, he have that problem, she have that problem. This is how I feel like handling it. But if I were the one, how will I desire that he or she handle me if I were the one in the situation? All of a sudden you have a different opinion, don't you? When you feel like, oh, I'm the one in that situation and he want to handle me, how do I wish he or she handle me when I'm the one? The opportunity you have, okay, the person doesn't make a lot of money, the person lost their job, and you have to step up, and then you turn it into a slave and a master, or a slave and a mistress. Not mistress in the sense of someone to sleep with, a mistress in the sense of your boss, female or master. Let's just say slave and master situation. Because, oh, you're not working, I'm the one working. So you change. And the person feels so bad to not have money or to not have a job, and they regret it. They never want to be jobless again because they saw a different aspect of you that shouldn't be as a good partner. I think I said enough. I discharged my soul, and I hope this helped you. Thank you.